banger on their head tops. Welcome back to the channel again. Today we're going to be I'm going to be showing you guys how to take a pair of jeans, just a random pair of jeans, and turning them into making a pattern out of these. So let's say if this was, well, it is a 36-32. I am obviously not a 36-32. This is a pair of jeans I use for a fashion show. You take this 36-32, and let's say this is your size, like one of your own pair of jeans. You just take them apart, create a pattern out of it, and then resew them. So we're not gonna be resewing it today. I may do that for a later video, but today we're at least gonna show you how to make a pattern out of this. So that's gonna be the start. So it's gonna be a lot of deconstructing, a lot of string, a lot of mess, but you got this. It's cool. So for supplies, you're going to need seam rippers, of course. So you need seam rippers. I have two. This is a small one that I use for my embroidery, but this is like the ideal one you want to use for something of that size. You need seam ripper. You need pattern paper. You need like Manila paper. So like to make your, it just depends on how you want your patterns. I don't really like my patterns like on the flimsy pattern paper. I like my patterns on this like cardboard kind of paper. You see I put the pattern on here and then I did the seam allowance. This is a vest that I have yet to make, but it's a pattern for a double-breasted vest. So yeah, you need that. So you need both of those. You need a Manila pattern paper, you need seam ripper, you need a pencil, you may need tape, and you're gonna need a ruler and a measuring tape. And I'll put like a little picture of everything like when it's all in one place. But those are the only things you need. Pretty simple. You can probably go to like your local Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and get most of these things for like under 30 bucks. Seam ripper, pattern paper, Manila, pencil, ruler. Yeah, that's gonna be about it. And also, might want to have like a notebook too, just handy, just so if you need to take any notes on like anything that you've taken apart, or to keep track of things. Keep track of like seam allowances or anything that would help you stay organized, or the different steps, so you can remember how to put it back together. Because when it's back in the puzzle pieces, you're probably like, okay, well, where do I start? So make sure you write that down as well. But that's what our other video is gonna be for. I'm gonna teach you how to do all of that. All right, cool. So right now, I'm about to just go ahead and take this apart. It's gonna be like a little time lapse. I'm gonna take this apart, then I'm gonna show you how to copy it down, how to trace everything, and then that's gonna really be about it. Yeah, make sure y'all head over to the Etsy shop. The link is gonna be in the description box. Have a ton of new items in the Etsy shop right now. Have a few hoodies that are embroidered with the different heart faces on them. I got a lot of patches on there, stickers, t-shirts, all types of stuff on there. So be sure to check that out as well. Without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So I definitely forgot to turn my phone to landscape during this part. My bad, y'all. So this is like take number 5. I done had my camera flipped around the wrong way. I done did a whole bunch of, yeah. All right, I'm rusty getting back into this. But my phone ended up dying, so you guys didn't see me do the first pattern, the front pattern piece. So you guys didn't get to see me do that, but it's the same process. You just trace it like normal. I didn't do a whole lot of explaining in this video because I felt like it was pretty simple. Just, I think the hardest thing is just getting the courage to take your jeans apart, because I think the biggest fear is, dang, am I going to be able to put it back together? Like, am I going to be able to make it look like the original pair? And all it takes is practice, and that's just what it's for. Just to practice. So it can be an old pair of jeans. Make sure it's some jeans that you don't really care about. Because sometimes, you might not be able to put it back together how you want it, or your pattern piece may mess up. You might didn't trace it correctly, or, anything could happen. So the best thing is just to go for it. Another thing is with the pockets, those rivets, you have to use pliers to take those off. I don't have any pointy pliers. I have the fat pliers. So I need to go to the store and get those. But it's the same thing, as far as tracing the pocket. You just trace it like anything else, because you can actually still trace it with it being attached to the jean. A pro tip I would say is, like, when you're doing this, make sure you take notes, record yourself. That way you can see, you can remember like what went with what, just for recollection when you're putting it back together. So in the next video, what I'm going to show you guys is how to take that pattern and make the jeans. Basically make the jeans over. So it's going to be a construction video. I have some supplies I wanted to show you. Oh, here. So this is a hook for patterns right here. It's something that you can use. You can hole punch your patterns and use this to hang them up. That's why I like to use the Manila. I use the Manila because this doesn't rip the Manila as easy as it would rip this. Just when transporting it, or if you bump it, you don't want your patterns to rip and then you gotta make the pattern all over again. It's very frustrating. So that's why I recommend the Manila. I'll put the link to all this stuff in the description. That way you guys can, be prepared when you start your fashion journey as far as making patterns, or you might not even like to make patterns. You might just use commercial patterns. But it's just another way of holding patterns, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do in the next video. I do have a few other construction videos planned out for you guys as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I think that's really about it, man. It was a quick video. I didn't want it to be too long because, again, I didn't think I had to do too much explaining. So peace out. I'll see you guys next time in the construction video.
Bro, I did a whole video. Thought I was doing good. Can't even see my face.